So now that we completed our one section and we added our crystals on the end so that we have the same mirrored image on both ends, we have regular herringbone for 5 rows, the slightly twisted for 5 rows on each side, and then we have 10 rows in the middle of the ultra twisty, like that. But suppose we wanted to create another section here of twisted herringbone, but we want the twist to go off to the right. Off to the left instead of to the right. So what we would do is really simple. We just kind of reverse the amount of beads we go down and up in each step. And something to note, like that when you start a twisted tubular herringbone project, is this. If you were going to do regular twisted herringbone, where you pick up 2 beads, you go down 1 and step up 2, you would have to have at least 2 rows of regular herringbone above your ladder in order to start. If you were going to go straight into doing the extreme twist, where you're picking up your 2 beads, passing down 3, and stepping up 1, you would have to have at least 3 rows of regular tubular herringbone before you start. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to graduate into this extreme twist just like I did in this section. So I'm going to do 5 rows of regular twisted herringbone. So I'm going to get my little 5 bead set out here. So what I'm going to do to make this twist in the opposite direction is I'm going to pick up my 2 beads. And before we passed down 1 and stepped up 2, this time we're going to pass down 2 and step up 1. So there's picked up 2 and passed down 2 beads to the right. Now I'm going to step up 1 bead in my next column. Look at that. I'm going to pick up my next set of beads, which is a yellow and then a green. I'm going to pass down 2 beads in the same, on the other side of my column. And I am going to step up 1 bead to the right into my 3rd column. I'm going to pick up my last set of beads, which is a green and then a yellow. I am going to pass down 2 beads right here. And then I'm going to step up 1 bead at the end and back up into column 1. And I pull it nice and snug. And pick up my next 2 beads. I had counted wrong in my little pile there. Sorry about that. I'm going to pass down 2. Put my visor down so I can see better what I am doing. So passing down 2. And stepping up 1. Pick up my next set of beads, a B and a C. Passing down 2. And stepping up 1 into the 3rd column. Now I'll pick up my last set of beads, which is a C and then a B. I am going to pass down 2 once again, and I'm going to step up 1 at the end and pull nice and snug so that I don't have a lot of exposed thread showing. But you can already see that my column is starting to twist off to the left, whereas down here it was twisting to the right. So I'm going to do these next 3 rows of the same way. I'm going to pick up 2, pass down 2, and step up 1. And when I finish that up, I'll meet you back and we'll show you how to do the extreme twist around to the left. Alright, so now we've finished that set of 5 rows. I'm going to do 10 rows of the extreme twist going in the opposite direction. So I've got my 10 beads laid out here. That helps me to keep count of my rows. So I'm going to take my first stitch. I've picked up my 2 beads. This time I'm going to go down 3 beads. Position those nice before I step up. I'm going to step up 1. My next beads are going to be a yellow and then a green. once again, I'm going to go down 3 in that column, step up 1 in my next column. My last column is pick up a green and then a yellow. Going to go down 3 in that column, and when I step back up into my first column, I'm just going to go up 1, just like that. And I'm going to repeat that all the way around for 10 rows. So I'll show you one more. Here's my first 2 beads. I'm going down 3, and up 1 into the next column. The next stitch is a color B, then a color C. Pass down 3, and step up 1. The last stitch is a color C and then a color B. And we'll pass down 3. Make sure you only go 3 and not 4. And we'll step up 1 right there. By gradually rolling into this tighter twist, you can see how it minimizes the exposed thread along the sides here. I can see a little piece of thread right here, and I know what happened because I can plainly see it with my optivisor on. I had actually passed under a thread of the previous round, and so I can see that tiny bit of thread showing. But if you'll notice, like from anybody else's point of view, you're not going to see that thread. And I didn't really want to take the time to back out and start over for this particular video. So I'm just going to carry on. I'm going to add the rest of these rows by passing down the 3 and stepping up 1 into the next column each time. And then once I have that done, come back and we'll have a little chat. So because I decided to make this into a project, you guys, once I have added those 5 rows of beads here, I just went ahead and I stopped. I wove my thread back in, like I stated earlier, and I started a new thread, and I made this other side just exactly as I did this one. So if you want to make this bracelet and continue on with me, go ahead and weave your thread off after 5 rows of extreme twist here, and then start from at the beginning of the project or the beginning of these lessons, and create another piece just like this one. And then I'll meet you guys back later on, and I'll show you guys how to finish this all up.